All right, everybody, we are live, and today is Shake Saturday number 2. So you may have seen us the first time, you may have watched us on the replay, but now we're going to do it all over again. Remember, once a month, second Saturdays, we are going to shake things up. Right now, we're shaking up proteins for the most part. Well, not protein. I mean, technically, we could shake protein, but we're going to be doing protein shakes. But as the summer moves on, we've thought about doing different things like making frozen popsicles and probably maybe some frozen yogurt, because anything that can be or shook, we're gonna try to make it. I've seen a couple of recipes that I got to introduce her to, and then we're gonna move into different things using fresh foods and salads and things like that. But those who don't know who I am, my name is Tisha Spencer, or Tisha Lady, depending on how you know me. And I am not a food fanatic. I am an Epicurean because I want to sound more fancier. But I just love food, and I do love where food comes from. And for the past couple of years, I've been paying more attention to the nutritional aspect of food and the culture of the food, and an easier way to get the things that I need every single day, because I'm a very busy person. But the person that you see on the screen who was wearing green, I'm orange, she's green today. Like I'm the omegas and she's the vegetables. I don't know where that came from, but that is my business partner, my sorority sister, my fellow foodie, Michelle Lanier. You want to introduce yourself?
Hello, everybody. I am Michelle Lanier. I guess I would call myself now a health advocate, because as you get older, there's some things that you want to do with if you haven't already done with your life, with your body, with your health. I'm kind of on that track now, so I would call myself more a health advocate.
Yeah, I'm just on the road of eating healthier while still enjoying good food. Because the misconception is that you can't be healthy and eat good food, which is not true. The main thing I find for me is I can still eat the foods that I want. I just can't eat as much or as often. So it's just about pick or choosing. But one of the things that I like about the shake aspect is I can get all the nutrients I need, and I can like jumpstart my day. For you guys, I don't know. Let me know in the comments. How many of you actually eat breakfast, or do you fast through your breakfast? I actually fast through my breakfast, mainly because I get up way too early. I don't have time, and it's just easier for me to have like some tea, which they call dirty fasting. If you have less than 500 calories during your fast window, fast about 14 hours. I don't know. How about you guys? But I dirty fast. So I do my tea in the morning, my water, and then about 8:39 is when I'll have breakfast. And guys, I know you're probably like, oh, that's breakfast. Not when you get up at 4 in the morning. That's actually like almost lunch for some of us. But yeah, so Michelle, do you fast at all?
I actually do fast. I fast through my breakfast as well. And I usually will have my first meal between 10 and 11 a.m., of course.
Well, I hope not p.m. That's a long fast.
No.
So this week, Michelle chose I should say this month, not this week. She chose our shake. So I'm going to let her tell you guys what her inspiration is behind going bananas.
It was one of those things where, as you're looking for different items to choose from, banana seems to be one of the common denominators in most of the smoothies that I saw. So just grabbed one with bananas, and just going to make it a little more, and bananas also makes it a little smoother, a little thicker, and it gives it a little more sweetness to it. So for me, I like to have only 5 ingredients. I'm not trying to have any more than that. So I don't want to add any additional sweetener to mine. So bananas really is a good way to do that. Bananas are good for potassium. Let's see here. Potassium, fiber, vitamin B6, and vitamin C. So that kind of was the inspiration for my the whole thought process with this thing. So I guess I'll go ahead and start fixing mine. So mine actually calls for banana. And I'm just going to have 1 banana here. It's a pretty small one, so that it doesn't have to, the banana. I like bananas, but I don't necessarily like them to overpower whatever it is that I'm having. Peaches. So I'm just going to put in a cup of peaches. in there my protein, which is going to get me, or my protein shake was going to get me 14 grams of protein. I guess I should have poured the liquid in there first, but it's okay. And most of them also call for some type of milk. I don't like milk. So I'm going to always do mine with the Gatorade Zero. And I'll just put a cup of that in. Again, this is also going to be, let's take this off. This is also going to be a meal replacement for me because this is going to be, it's going to be a lot. And what I also wanted to do is, because my recipe adds, called for flaxseed. I had an avocado that I wanted to get rid of because it was going bad. And, you know, Cinco de Mayo is over. I've been eating lots of guacamole over the last 3 days. So it's time for these to go. But I added them in there. This is a whole one. I'm going to put the whole one in there. And so that avocado is going to give me the same healthy fat. What else does it have in there? Antioxidants as well, but it's giving me the same thing that flaxseed would have given me. So let's see here. And I'm adding my berries, fruit, and veggies caps in there as well. All right, let's turn the sucker on. Oh, one other thing. My peaches are frozen. That way I don't have to add in any ice cubes. So it gives me the froth without the additional ice cubes in there. So. Ooh-wee. And it's kind of green, of course, because of that avocado.
So with this smoothie, how many servings is this normally? Or is this one just for you? Or would this be something that you could split up and spread out?
This is just one. The recipe did show for a half serving, a full serving, or two. And I chose the one. Smells banana-y.
You got the green banana drink.
And it is pretty good. I can even taste the avocado. That doesn't turn me off because I actually like avocado. But for me to be able to get another healthy fat in there, this is good. And I'm glad I did add a cup of my liquid in there because it would have been really thick because it actually is kind of thick right now. I don't know if y'all can see that.
And that's because the avocado itself and the banana both are ingredients that will make any drink you do thicker.
Yeah, but it's good. Take it away.
All right, guys. So if you have any questions about her green banana smoothie, going green bananas, I don't know what you want to call it, you can just put it in the comments below. And if you want to know about her recipe, the original recipe versus what she actually did, just put it in the comments below, tag her so she can go ahead and give you some information. Right. So now we're going to go ahead and do my version. Now, my version is a little bit different only because I have certain dietary restrictions. And the recipe I got was for a banana chai type smoothie, kind of similar to hers. Right. So what I did differently is I do milk. I just don't do soy milk anymore. I do coconut milk because the carb levels are lower and the calories is lower. And I still get everything else that I need. So I like my milk aspect, but I also like milk with banana. It just makes me think of banana milk when I was young. I don't know about you guys, but growing up, we used to make banana milk. Like we would get fresh bananas and regular milk, and we would just blend it together. And that's what we used to have at home as a treat, and maybe add a little sugar to sweeten it up. So today what we're going to do is I have a whole bunch of different things on here. And remember, as you're watching us, if you have questions about anything that we're using, any particular product, just tag us and ask us to talk about it more, to hit you up. So I have my coconut milk already here. It's been in the refrigerator, obviously, because that's where it belongs. So this is just a regular HEB coconut milk, 70 calories. And then I have my protein shake. Now what I'm doing is, instead of adding like chocolate to it or chocolate powder or anything, I'm just using a chocolate flavored Juice Plus shake. And I'm using the little simple packet ones because I don't eat a lot of chocolate flavored shakes. So it doesn't make sense to buy a big bag. And these are really good for travel. So we're going to drop that in and see my liquid's in there first. Right. So we're going to put that in there. And then I have my chia seeds. Now, for those of you who don't know what chia seeds or chia seeds, however you call it, does have a lot of fiber. Chia seeds is actually really good if you are constipated, stomach issues. This will help move things through. It does have a lot of fiber. Chia seeds tend to come in big bags. It's not really easy to find chia seeds in small bags. And these particular ones are completely organic. So I have 5 grams in here and drop them in. Now, I'm gonna tell you right now, whenever you do any kind of shake that has like seeds, or last month I did granola, you wanna make sure you blend it up really, really well to break up those seeds. Then I had my bananas. Now I went and got frozen bananas instead of just getting a fresh banana, because I said, chia seeds, bananas, maybe I'll make some banana bread later, right? Doesn't hurt to have it. So I dropped mine in, and yes, they are frozen because just like Michelle, I don't want to have to pour over ice or anything like that, right? So then I have my Juice Plus capsules down here in my little pretty containers. Now I actually don't open the capsules. I actually just sprinkle them in, because since the product is a vegan product and they melt and break down very easily, it's less work for me, because when I used to break them up, let's just say I used to get stuff everywhere, and I even throw my omega oils in, and you really don't want to open the omega oils and pour them anywhere, right? And then just to kick up the banana thing. Now for me, because of my weight loss restrictions and stuff, I can't have as much bananas, because even though bananas is high in potassium, it's also high in carbs and it's high in sugar. So I found something called Sandmick Farms banana powder. So it's 100% plant-based, no preservatives, no added sugars. I don't know if you guys can see it, but if you want to know more, just comment below. And I shake a lot, because this basically has like 40 calories. It's not a lot of calories that are part of it. There's no carbs. I think it's no carbs. 9 grams of carbs, but I don't use it often. Just remember, when you're on a healthy kick, you want to eat your stuff in moderation, right? So I have my caps in, I have my bananas in, I have my banana powder in, I have my chia seed in, and then just for a little kick, I got some Vietnamese cinnamon. Okay, we're gonna give it 2 kicks. Okay, I lied, maybe 3. Just to give the chocolate a little bit of a cinnamony, kick to it. Now you can also use nutmeg. Nutmeg goes really well with bananas and goes really well with chocolate. Make sure your top is on there good. Make sure your cover is closed. Like the color. All right, so my shake is done, and Michelle's enjoying hers. So now, just in case anyone asks, I did get my little personal blender from Walmart, really good for travel when you want to take it places, on the go, and want to keep up with taking your shakes. The hardest part is taking the top off, so we're not going to do it because I see myself actually spilling it on myself. So for me, this is 8 ounces of soy milk, but because there's so much more in it, I'm probably going to get full after 4 ounces. So for me, this is probably going to be 2 servings for me. And this is, I have a calculator, guys. I do that. I'm on MyFitnessPal. If you want to follow me, let me know. This is 275 calories, 14.4 grams of protein, 7 grams of fat. And it does have a lot of net carbs. But I will say this, I plan on having a very busy day because I have to go run the streets and it's 104 degrees. So having carbs in it's 104 degrees today. If you didn't catch it, Michelle's face just fell. And I don't have a beach just to drive to like she does. So having the carbs in your body is not a bad thing, people. You kind of need it for that energy. So let's just see how this comes out. So it tastes like chocolate bananas.
Nice.
Now the chia seeds could be broken up a little bit more, so I probably would blend this a little bit more just to break up the chia a little more. But adding that cinnamon was a good thought because the cinnamon is not like overpowering. But think about it like this: when you have that good piece of apple pie and you get that bite with that fresh cinnamon tasting, and you're just like, ooh, cinnamon. That's how every bite is ooh, cinnamon. It is thick, but you know what? I think that's a good thing because of the bananas, and even with yours, Michelle, because you have the avocado and everything. This would be good to freeze and maybe turn this into like a slushy type situation. Because of the thickness and stuff, you could probably freeze this. Well, your mine's is thick, and I like it though. I like it a lot.
I think I may freeze mine because it's down to there, and I'm already full, so I don't want to overstuff myself. So I think I'll freeze it.
Yeah, you can freeze it, turn it into a little slushy, icy type situation. Especially guys, if you're going to be going out. Now, one of the great things about a lot of the smoothies that we're going to be doing, you can make this the day before. We can easily make this the day before, throw it in the refrigerator, come out, and just go like this, and pull the straw, and then boom, you got a shake. You know, and that's one of the good things I like about the powders that we use. They don't cause that serious separation. I know you've seen in other places where it's like water, oil, and all these other levels and colors, and you're like, I'm drinking that? You know, I know you looked at the shake and it's like, yeah, I'm drinking that. So I've actually had with these powders, I've made shakes and drink them 2 days later, and it was perfectly fine to me. So I like my shake though.
That's good.
Yeah.
I like mine too.
All right, guys. That's it for Shake Saturday. Give us some ideas of what you want us to shake up. You know, I've had some people tell me, I've told them what we're doing. They want to see salads. Somebody wants to see us, like, make sure that's closed before I do this, shake a salad like that and like layer it and make the dressings, to actually make the dressings to come up with low carb, high protein type dressings that we can use on our salads. And as it's getting warmer, you know, they've been asking more or less for more summery light things that we can do. You know, we probably will start turning some of our shakes into ices. And then we're going to start asking for those who are local to come and join us and shake with us, or we might start having some special guests. So if you guys have any kind of ideas or want to be a featured guest, you know, let us know, shoot us a message, and just make sure you have a recipe ready to go, because if you're going to get featured, we got to feature your recipe. So Michelle, do you have anything you want to tell these people while I drink my shake?
Nothing else. Just have an amazing, amazing Saturday. Be a blessing to someone else.
Just remember, if you want to know more about what we do, more about these shakes. This, just in case, travels very well. It's my blender. Travels very well. So I do take these to resorts and hotels and shake it up too. You know, that's one of the things. And that's the thing, you know what it is? When you're traveling, especially when you got to go to conventions and stuff like that, you don't have time for breakfast. A lot of times you was up late at night, meetings, parties, clubbing, you know, depending on where you are, what you're doing. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you need something to get you going. You know, even at a resort, you know that there's breakfast. But come on, how many of y'all wake up and say, I'm going to go to the buffet? A lot of times we get up and say, I'm going to go to the window. I'll look out the balcony for a little while.
Yeah.
You know, we don't think about the buffet. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm up at 6, 7 o'clock at a resort. I can't help it because that's my normal time waking up. So I'm up early. I don't know about you, Michelle. Are you an early person at a resort or a late person?
I'm an early person because I want to get in all the sites. I want to see everything. I want to just be around and take pictures and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm trying to get up with the sun.
Yeah, so I get up, I'll have my shake, throw my berries in. I throw my berries in because I need my belly to be right so I can eat right. I throw my omegas in because I need to be able to move. You know, it's really good for your joints. I throw my fruit in because I'm not going to eat none at the buffet. Unless it's really weird looking, I might try it. And I get my greens in, and I ain't going to eat those either. I might eat a salad. Maybe. Probably not. Not going to lie. I ain't going to eat no salad. I go to the buffets and be like, yeah, can I get eggs, bacon, a side of pancakes? Oh, wait, that's a waffle. Forget the pancakes. Let me get the waffle. Oh, what's that? And then what's that? I'll get a parfait, though. I will do the Greek yogurt parfaits and make my own stuff. And with these, you can actually make your own stuff. And yeah, but shakes get you going. So, all right, guys. Looking forward to talking to you more, hearing some more about your shakes, more about if you want to join us on our health journey, We're each on different journeys. I'm more of the low carb, high protein, not keto version. And Michelle, what journey are you more on? Your eating style?
It depends on the day. Whatever day though is closer to healthy than not. So
she's on the stage of I'm just trying to stay on the healthy highway.
Yes.
And I'm on the journey of I'm trying to stay on the low carb, healthy highway. So, you know, we're on two different highways, but we're all going to the same place. So guys, I'm gonna let y'all go. We got some shakes to do, some things to do, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye.